Well, joining me now live is the founder of Project Veritas and journalist James O'Keefe. Welcome to the programme. It's great to have you with us. Now, how concerning is it for you that ABC seemingly quashed these interviews with the alleged victims?
Well, I think it's a huge concern, and the statement that you just read there was seemingly written by corporate lawyers for ABC. It directly contradicts what Amy Robach says on the set in this leaked hot mic tape. I think Amy comes across quite well, and if I were her, I'd be upset at these executives for squashing the story as well. But the tape is, if you watch the full 3-minute tape, you'll see that she's very upset that these interviews with the accusers were not aired. She says she's 100% confident that Epstein was killed. And this is a pretty prominent American ABC News journalist making these statements, and I have to wonder, why did they not air these stories? Why was this shelved? Now, this came to us from an insider within the network, an insider who currently works at ABC News, leaked us this tape, and that person is still on the inside, so we expect more to come here.
Also speaking out is one of the key witnesses involved in this story, Virginia Roberts. She says the story would have been a game changer. Do you think others would have come forward earlier if ABC had lifted the lid on it 3 years ago?
I think so. I mean, I think that a lot of these people are not trusting the media anymore in this country because the media does not cover the news. I mean, this is a big story. This is a huge story, and you can see the anger. You can see how frustrated Amy Robach, when you watch this tape, it directly contradicts what ABC News is saying publicly now about not having enough corroboration. They're fine airing the allegations against maybe Brett Kavanaugh or Trump or anybody else. But when it comes to Bill Clinton and some of these folks that are mentioned by Amy in this hot mic tape, they say they just didn't have enough corroboration. I'm not sure how ABC News defines corroboration when it comes to credible witnesses talking about sexual assault.
Right, the network said that the story failed to meet the network's editorial standards. We can, though, take a listen to what the anchor Amy Robach claims she was told by the network at the time. Let's just have a listen to this now.
We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways.
Now, NBC also claimed editorial standards for its decision not to run the story on Harvey Weinstein. What standards would they be abiding to here? Do you see it as...
I'm not... That's exactly the rhetorical question that we have for ABC News. I'm not sure when it comes to every other accused person, whether it be Kavanaugh or the most recent allegations made against Trump, ABC News does not have a problem airing those allegations. I'm not clear about what is in the tapes here that we're not seeing. And I think that the tapes speak for themselves. This insider has come to projectveritas.com/brave. Many insiders are reaching out to us. Another insider within ABC News. Many people inside the network are frustrated by these cover-ups that these media networks are doing. And it's a terrible disservice to American journalism to not air these allegations and give them the daylight. So we'll see what happens here in the next few days.
Robach also claims that a lawyer for Epstein, Alan Dershowitz, pressured ABC not to release the story. He said that he simply provided the network with evidence that a key witness was not reliable. How susceptible do you think these major news outlets are to outside pressure?
Oh, I think it's been my experience in my career over the last 10 years, very, very susceptible. I mean, CNN has not yet covered these tapes. I mean, this is a big story. I mean, this has made the Associated Press in the United States today. And ABC News is on defense. The president of ABC News talked to Project Veritas. None of these networks, there seems to be some type of, and Amy says it, it's her own words. She says there seems to be some type of network of people that that is covering up for this, and she says she had all of it. So, like I said, I encourage people to watch the full tape. I think that people do not trust the media anymore in the United States. They know they're not getting their news from these sorts of organizations. So it's quite telling that this insider leaked this tape to Project Veritas and not the Washington Post, the New York Times, CBS, or CNN, because they seem to want to protect the people that were working with Jeffrey Epstein. Again, Amy Robach saying that Epstein was blackmailing people. There was a lot of powerful people on those airplanes, that Amy is 100% certain that he did not commit suicide. I don't know why she won't say that publicly, but there she is in the leaked tape on the set of the program saying these things when nobody is looking.
Yeah, there are some incredibly powerful figures whose names have been widely mentioned by Epstein's alleged victims. Do you think there's a reluctance to go ahead with the story when it involves such high-profile, very powerful figures?
I think so, and I think that Jeffrey Goldstein, the president of ABC News, has a lot to answer for here. I mean, this is pretty self-evident, but the problem is a lot of the people in the media seem to be implicated in this. These executives at these stations are implicated. That's what Amy Robach is saying in her words here. Virginia Roberts Giuffre, she told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. We had Bill Clinton. We had everything. That's a direct quote from Amy Robach. So the only conclusion I can draw is that a lot of these network executives are very close to the people that were hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, per Amy Robach. So she says, quote, "I am so pissed right now." Amy Robach speaking on the hot mic. Again, the tape speaks for itself. I encourage other insiders to come to projectveritas.com/brave. If you have evidence of this, we will have your back and we will tell your stories.
Founder of Project Veritas and journalist James O'Keefe, thank you for your time.
Thank you.